I began to refer to my nice guy persona as Uncle Fluffy. He was the pleaser in me, the part of me that had to smile no matter how I was feeling.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lwazzz. My friends call me Lwazzz, and on this channel, we discuss matters of faith, empowerment, mental health, and wellness. Welcome to it. If you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, share. I actually never tell people to like, share, subscribe, just because I feel like if you like the video, you'll like it, and if you want to share it, you'll share it, and if you want to subscribe, you'll subscribe. But apparently I'm supposed to tell you guys to like, share, and subscribe, so do the things. Okay, I've been watching Will Smith's series on YouTube, which is fantastic. Like, if you're into I'm a big Will Smith fan, more so for who he is and how he carries himself. Granted, his relationship with his wife is weird, and their marriage is like far from perfect or far from a role model kind of marriage, but him as a person, I've always found Will Smith to be incredibly inspiring. Like, there's a whole lot of motivational videos and motivational montage videos on YouTube that are just based on things that Will Smith says. So like Will Smith, Denzel Washington, I find them incredibly inspirational. So there have been so many gems that have kind of been dropped in this series. I've been finding this series so relatable for so many reasons. For one, it's so interesting to see somebody like who is as larger than life as Will Smith show such vulnerability and so much insecurity. And it's actually at the same time that vulnerability is so empowering, because it allows us to also humanize him and then see ourselves in him. So it's just like this moment of connection and relatability just watching this series. I'm gonna do like a review type of thing. I've never really done this before, so if it's imperfect, bear with me. But let's watch some clips together, and then let's discuss some realizations about Will that came out and just how relatable I found some of those things that I noted about him. So yeah, let's do like a review thing. Let's watch this together.
I began to refer to my nice guy persona as Uncle Fluffy. He was the pleaser in me, the part of me that had to smile no matter how I was feeling. He wasn't allowed to be in a bad mood or have a bad day. He signed every autograph, shook every hand, kissed every baby. But Fluffy was further complicated by his shadow counterpart, the general. When I didn't get the approval I sought, my anguish would express itself as the general. The general's job was to get the flag to the top of the hill by any means necessary, and to punish those who dared to dissent. Even myself.
Yo, when he said those words, you guys, when he said those words, it just made me realize that you never know what somebody is going through. As much as Will Smith is the picture of success, what he is describing here is a desire for people to like him. He's describing people-pleaser tendencies, and who doesn't relate to that, right? And I think that what he's alluded to this entire series, and what he's alluded to in some interviews, is that how he grew up and having such a strict dad, because his dad was a military dad. And so when he says the general, I think it's that voice of his dad that was very hard on him. And so he's incredibly hard on himself, and at the same time desires the acceptance and the approval that he wanted from his dad. He kind of projects that onto the world around him. And it is such a relatable issue to have. So it's incredible to think of Will Smith, the hero that he is, the superstar that he is, the charisma. He's literally like a walking charisma. Like, he is the definition of charisma. And it's really interesting to see someone like him admit that he has people-pleasing tendencies. And then to think about where that comes from, the desire to be approved of by his dad, who was his hero, but who also was his harshest critic.
When I send you on a mission, there are two possibilities. One, you complete the mission. Or two, you are dead. You've never gotten one of these, Jazz, but you are killing me. You are killing me. Daddy'll grab me by the back of my neck and drag me home. Most of the times I got hit during my childhood, I didn't think I'd earned it. I didn't think I deserved a whooping for that.
Yeah, just like I said, the man grew up in a very strict environment, and you can see the consequences of that. He is incredibly hard on himself. I was watching him weighing himself, and he was like, this is the worst shape of his life. Will Smith at 52 years old, his body looks like the average 35-year-old's body. Like, no lie. Like, he looks so good. Now, obviously, it's not the standard that he's accustomed to. Like, he's accustomed to looking like a machine. but he is so hard on himself. Like, you would think the man was obese the way he's going on about his body. And so you can hear that there's a very harsh critic in his head. Like, you can hear that there's a very harsh critic in his head. And that clip just kind of confirmed that thing of like that desire to like achieve comes from growing up in a super strict environment. And you can see that that was really, that harshness was at the hands of like his dad, even though he loved his dad and his dad loved him. And yeah, gems, friends, gems.
Will is somebody who has been so rewarded by the world for putting his head down and grinding and getting the win. The first thing I think as a psychologist in his presence is, how the heck does this guy cope when he's not winning?